Welcome back to Minecraft for Life. I'm Nishana. Today we are building the tennis channel logo. So, as I said in my Rafael Nadal logo tutorial, I play tennis and I've been playing tennis since I was 6. So, I don't know if it counts as a decade this year, even though I'm turning 16. Because, you gotta count the year when you started. Who cares, okay? So yes, another tennis-related logo. Of course, I've seen the logo before when watching tennis, but at tennis camp, I've seen some people wearing a hat that had Tennis Channel and the Tennis Channel logo. So I was like, hey, why don't I build this logo? Now, I'm not entirely sure if this is supposed to be in green and white or if it's supposed to be blue and white. I feel like it's just one of those logos where it could be either, it could be many colors. It's just most of the course that I played on either are green or have green as part of it, so I just chose green. But you are free to do whatever color you want. You can do blue, you could even do yellow because that's the color of a tennis ball, but I'd prefer you stay within those three colors, maybe not, you maybe don't want to drift off into pink and white, but yeah, you can do, you don't have to do green, that's my point, but let's just stop talking about that. Let us get into the video. As always, please help me reach my goal, which is inspiring people to build logos on Minecraft just like JBrosGaming inspired me. Enjoy. So we're going to need whatever color you want and white wool, so I'm going to start with the color I chose, which is green, and we're going to place 6 blocks down. And because this is a square, I'm actually going to do this JBrosGaming style. So now we're going to do 4 blocks of white and then 16 more blocks of green. I guess the benefit of this is I won't have to worry about, oh, should I show myself coloring this in, because I'm just doing it in rows. Okay, so now going to the left, I'm going to do this for the rest of the video. We're going to do 15 blocks of green, then 5 blocks of white, sorry, and then 6 blocks of green. Now going back to the right, so now that you know that I'm going to switch directions, we're going to put 7 blocks of green, 4 blocks of white, and 15 blocks of green. Oh God. Okay, sorry. Now we're going to do the same thing, 15 blocks of green, then 4 blocks of white, and then 7 blocks of green. Of course, I'm going to let this play out. I don't want to speed any of this up because that's just stupid. Okay, quick break. I'm going to clear my throat. Okay, hopefully I'll sound better. I mean, it is pretty early in the morning. I might get this video out in the afternoon, whatever. Okay, so now we're going to put 7 blocks of green again, but then we're going to put 5 blocks of white, and then we're going to do 14 blocks of green. So you notice that it's all a total of 26. So this square is 26 by 26. So the amount of rows is 26. And now we're going to put 14 blocks of green. Then we're going to put 4 blocks of white. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 8 blocks of green. Now we're going to do the same thing, 8 blocks of green, 4 blocks of white, and then 14 blocks of green. So you notice, maybe if some of you figured it out, the next row is going to be 8, 5, and 13, but of course, I'm going to still let it play out. So yes, we're going to going to the left, 13 blocks of green, and then 5 blocks of white, and then 8 blocks of green. So now we're going to do 9 blocks of green, then 4 blocks of white, then we're going to do 13 blocks of green. Should I just say, or actually no, never mind, forget that I just said anything right there. Okay, then same thing, 13 blocks of green, and then 4 blocks of white, followed by 9 blocks of green. Okay, and now we're going to do 9 blocks of green again. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5 blocks of white. And then 12 blocks of green. Okay, so sorry for the horrible cut. The spit was just building up. Okay, now we're going to do 12 blocks of green. Then we're going to do 4 blocks of white. And then we're going to do 10 blocks of green. Okay, this next row is where it gets a little trickier. Not too tricky, but still. So now we're going to put 10 blocks of green. And we're also going to put 4 blocks of white. But then we're going to switch back to our green and put 9. So we're going to put 9 blocks of green. And then we're going to put 3 blocks of white. So now we're going to the left. We're going to put 6 blocks of white. 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to put 5 blocks of green. Then we're going to put 5 blocks of white. And then 10 blocks of green. So now we're going to put 11 blocks of green. Then we're going to put 4 blocks of white. Then we're going to put 2 blocks of green and then 9 blocks of white. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. Okay. So, okay, I'm going to go back to the left. So going to the right, make sure to know that we're going to the right for this as well. We're going to put 11 blocks of green, and then we're going to put 15 blocks of white, and that's it. So I have no idea why I was so confused. It's not that hard, but whatever. So now going to the left, we're going to put 2 blocks of green. Then we're going to put 13 blocks of white, followed by 11 blocks of green. So now we're only going to put 8 blocks of green. Only 8. Then we're going to put 13 blocks of white. And then we're going to finish it off with 5 blocks of green. I have no idea why I said finish it off because this logo is far from done, but who cares? So now going to the left, we're going to put 8 blocks of green and 13 blocks of white and then 5 blocks of green. It's literally just reversed. Okay, and then... Jesus Christ, why am I so slow? Okay, so now it's going to be just 2 blocks of green. Then it's going to be 13 blocks of white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then 11 blocks of green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So now we're going to put 14 blocks of green. 12, 13, 14. And then 12 blocks of white. So now we're going to put 9 blocks of white to the right, yes. 7, 8, 9, and then 17 blocks of green. So that's it. It adds up to 26. No more for that row. Just 9 and 17. So now we're going to put 20 blocks of green and then 6 blocks of white. Okay, so, Once we have our 6 done, I don't know if you noticed the pattern. It's not too easy to notice, but we're going to put 3 blocks of white and then 23 blocks of green. Okay? So, yeah, I was going way too fast. JBrosGaming is much slower, and he doesn't rush. Okay, so now for these last 2 rows, all you're going to put is just 26 blocks of green. That's it, both rows. So his logo's finished. Now, I don't really see myself doing this kind of method for any of my other tutorials in the future because I only did this because it was a square. Any other design would be way too hard for me, which makes me totally appreciate JBrosGaming even more. Like that, I realized just how hard it is to do that. I don't know how he does it, but so yeah, definitely go check out his channel. He's very talented. But there you guys have it. The tennis channel logo is finished. The only con with this kind of method was just, you know, not knowing if I should do this in any of my other tutorials. But there were some pros to it, like not having to color it in, as I said before. And also Wimbledon starts tomorrow, so I think this was a perfect time to get this logo out. So if you are a tennis fan or just like watching any sports and there's nothing else going on, like there's no basketball or football, go watch Wimbledon. It's really fun. I wonder who you guys think will win. And of course, I know there are going to be many winners. And winners, like, you know, winner shots. Get it? Oh, goodbye.